Hi, my name is Julia M. Spencer. I'm a real estate advisor, investor, and your #1 source for real estate advice online. Welcome to my channel. With my videos, I try to teach people anything and everything related to the sometimes very complicated world of real estate investing. And the title of this video is How Do Personal Liens of the Current Owner Affect Your Bidding at a Tax Auction? And thanks for having checked out my video here. And this came from a very specific question I had from one of you dear subscribers. By the way, thank you so much for your questions. I appreciate them. I do read all your questions. I don't always timely respond, so I apologize for that. But I wanted to get to this question. Let me just expand on the question a little bit so we can all start off at a basic understanding what we're talking about. One of my subscribers, I believe her name is May, she actually is currently researching a tax sale foreclosure auction that she's trying to bid on right here in the state of Georgia. And doing the title search, researching the property records, which is, by the way, a great thing to do, she discovered that one of the houses that she's interested in, that she wants to bid on, she discovered that the owner that currently owns the property has two small liens against them, small personal liens. And first off, kudos to you, May, and anybody else for actually doing this research. This is a lengthy process to go to the courthouse. Sometimes you can do this online to research property records, to research liens and all that information. It's very good that you're doing that. That's called due diligence. I explain it in great detail in my ebooks. So good thing that you're doing that, and you discovered an issue. So this property you want to bid on, apparently the owner has some small liens. One of them is a $500 lien, and I believe the other one is $2,350. So all in all, close to about $3,000 of liens that are outstanding against the property that were discovered during the property records search by this lady that wants to bid on this property, May. So her question to me was, should she even consider these properties to bid on? Even though there's liens there, is that something of a concern, or what is the issue? So with this question, and I kind of already knew this question, but sometimes I actually re-verify the information that I have in my head with my other fellow investors so that we can kind of like come to a consensus what we would do in this case. So in this case, the answer is as follows. It all depends on what kind of auction this is. If it is a tax auction, as I believe it is, I believe May said that this is a tax auction, then the junior liens, which this would be, both of these personal liens would be junior liens, they would be wiped out at the actual auction. So as a bidder, you should not concern yourselves with those if you go into a tax sale. And since they're junior, just as a mortgage here in the state of Georgia, it would not shouldn't affect your decision whether you should bid on this property or not, because those liens will go away upon you purchasing the tax lien, which is the most senior lien in this case. Now, however, when you do purchase this property though, and then later on decide you want to sell it, before you can get title insurance, it is very likely that the title insurance company will require you to get a quiet title action pursued and finished, obviously, because even though those small liens are there, and title insurance company is going to be hesitant insuring the title if they know that there's some liens that could possibly be enforced still sitting out there. Even though, irrespective of everything I just said, even though it's a tax auction, the junior liens go away in the state of Georgia. Title company wants to go for sure usually, and they'll ask you to go ahead and do a quiet title anyways. And my 2 cents worth of this is that a quiet title action is going to cost you way more than these two liens. So here comes my second option of what you could do. And this actually is applicable if this is not a tax auction, and also is applicable if you're trying to get title insurance on this property later on as the bidder, as the winning bidder. So a quiet title, of course, will quiet any and other liens, but it's probably going to cost you more to do the quiet title action through an attorney versus just paying those liens off. And this is my other recommendation. You can find out who these liens are from and then try to buy out the liens prior to the point where this property goes to the auction. So for example, if there's a $500 lien and it's many years ago when this lien was put up on this property, and then she said that there's another lien that's $2,350, maybe more recent, maybe a long time ago as well, you can actually contact the two lien holders and ask them to buy out those liens. What that means is basically you can approach them and say, hey, how about I give you half of what this lien is, and you just settle it. Just basically quit claim those deeds, and just basically file something in court stating that the liens have been satisfied for half the price. This is a method that a lot of investors use to become the first in position to have this property, to be first in position for any property that they want to bid on, kind of just buying out the junior liens. And you can do this all in this case. This would be actually much cheaper than doing a quiet title action. And also this would be something I would recommend, that if this auction that you're intending to purchase this property from is not a tax sale auction, but instead is a auction that is maybe a condo or HOA auction or some other auction where the lien that you're buying at the auction is not senior already. So you just basically, you're trying to get yourself in the first position, and you can do that by either attending an auction where you would be automatically first position, or you buy out anybody else who is equal or higher than you. Now, the advantage of buying other liens prior to an auction, prior to a tax auction or any kind of auction, the advantage of purchasing other lien holders' liens is that even if you don't win the property at that particular auction, you the new owner is going to have to buy out your lien to satisfy it, because it's basically still there. So even if you bought a previous lien from a previous lien holder against the property, I don't know if I make good sense here, and you are now the lien holder, even if it goes to an auction and the at the auction you're not the winning bidder at the tax auction, guess what? You just bought somebody else's lien, and the winner at that auction is going to have to pay off you instead of the original lien holder. So we're switching around positions here on who owns what and who has what lien, but there's still ways to make money, obviously, if you are not the original lien holder. The good thing is you can charge them interest. So if you purchase somebody else's lien at a discount, for example, if the previous lien was $500, you bought it for $250, you can still ask for the new owner that bought the property at the tax auction to pay off your $500 plus interest. So yet again, you made a little chunk of money. This is a small lien, but we're talking about bigger numbers. Of course, the percentages are bigger as well, and you may have made money on that little discount too. Now, just mind you that if the other liens that are on this property that you're trying to bid on are from a state or federal court or entity, I guess I should say, that they're usually equal. They're not junior, they're usually equal in status to the tax lien. So just be mindful of that, they may not be wiped out at the auction. So there might not be junior liens, and you may have to deal with them whether you're a winner or not. So you might as well try to get them at a discount prior to the auction and save yourself some money that way. I hope this wasn't too complicated for you guys. Please leave me some comments, dear listeners, because sometimes it makes more sense for me to actually draw it on a board and show you. I'm trying to make it so simple, the way I speak, that people actually can follow me and not be completely confused. But if it's more helpful for me to draw this out on a board, please let me know. I can make another video Also, if you have any comments, of course, leave them here. Feel free to also comment on other people's comments and interact if you wish. You can always send me a message, realestate@juliamspencer.com, and my website, of course, juliamspencer.com, also at the bottom of this video. Check out my radio show. I look forward to hear from you, and thank you so much for all your questions and all your support and all your feedback. I really, really appreciate it, and have a great day investing.
For your free guide to real estate investing, visit juliamspencer.com.